The TPP aids name brand drug companies by strengthening patent protections for medicine. These patent protections will make it harder for generic drugs to be produced, leading some experts to claim that the TPP exports the steep drug prices in the U.S. to other countries. Will the patent protections harm patients in Asia who rely on cheap generics for treatment? Can we reconcile the demands for generic drugs with the stringent patent protections the agreement mandates?
I would say that the TPP, it gives a lot of power to the pharmaceutical companies, which already is a huge booming business, really. And there's some safety, like some dangers in safety protocol and health protocol that come with that, with giving the pharmaceutical companies like more power. For example, right now in the USA, there's a testing period of 12 years for a drug. So say you have a painkiller and you want to put it out there, you have to have a 12-year testing period. So test it in a lab and make sure that there's no awful effects. But the TPP actually wants to, well, since other countries like Brunei have 0 years for a testing period and Japan has 8, which is still less, they actually want to decrease our testing period for drugs, which could mean more dangers for the public because we wouldn't be able to see long-term effects as easily. And I feel like this could actually be a major issue for the health of the American people.
Yeah, going off of that, I think it is harmful in other ways, not just the power the pharmaceutical companies has. Well, in the power they have in determining the prices of these drugs. For example, there are many volunteer health organizations that work to get treatment to Africa to AIDS patients, malaria patients. And they rely on price competition. So we've been talking about this entire time how economically the TPP actually benefits countries economically. In this sense, it's actually not doing that. It's doing the exact opposite. By
it's forming like a monogamous trade.
In this ruling, in this trial period, in this 12-year trial period that Swain mentioned, that the U.S. imposes, it would also have to be imposed on the other 11 countries in the TPP. The U.S. has the highest trial time of any of these nations. So by imposing, and that's the way that other countries, other pharmaceutical companies are actually able to compete with U.S. firms, is by getting drugs out there quicker. They don't necessarily need to, or they don't necessarily value the safety as much, but by getting it out there quicker, they can sell, maybe if there's a breakthrough in medicine, that they can actually get a drug out there, incorporating that breakthrough, say like a genetic breakthrough of some sort, into their medicine. So if all the countries have the same trial time, U.S. companies, which are U.S. pharmaceutical companies, which are much larger, and are able to produce these things at a faster rate inherently, will have the advantage clearly. So that they will be able to spike prices.
And that doesn't sound like much of like a free trade thing, right? So like free trade, free market, that kind of dictates that we should have like a level playing field here, right? And that like the gigantic companies, if they want to charge $3,000 or $30,000, however much they want to charge for a drug, there can be another company that'll charge less, and then it'll profit more, right? It'll do better because more people will buy it.
Yeah. See, there's also a danger in Asia because obviously with trade, our trade is going to affect Asia as well. And at least I'm pretty sure, our drug prices here are a lot more expensive than in Asia, which means that we could actually be like starving the Asian people of necessary drugs for them because they just won't be able to afford the like really expensive prices. Like say for tuberculosis medicine, I think that can cost upwards of like $5,000 in some cases. And a lot of the workers in like Southeast Asia just don't have that kind of money. So we could actually be presenting a huge health risk to the people of Asia instead of worrying about America, we actually might need to worry about Asia here.